to the Maritime Fusion Net for Wednesday, November 22nd. Before we get started, do we have an emergency or priority traffic for the net? This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL. My name is Jim, and I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Time in CQ Maritime's room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob, VE1RMJ. That's Romeo Oscar Bravo, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet, so that everybody can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After the Maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to the delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission is finished. Break. Okay, before we get started, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. I'll make a quick announcement here about the Friday night net. It used to be the Triple F net, formerly the Fredericton Friday night Fusion net, and the net is now changing its name. Not quite sure what it's going to be as of yet, but it's going to be a Friday night Fusion net at the same time, 8 o'clock, and we're looking for net controllers to help out on that Friday night net. So we want to keep the net going on Friday nights there. So if you think you can help out by being a net controller, contact me, and I'll get in contact with Charles up in Brunswick. I don't have his email address right up top here, but anyways, we'll get you in the right position there if you're interested in being a net controller on the Friday night Fusion net. Okay, any announcements before we get started? Okay, nothing heard, so let's start with short-time stations that can't stay around, and any mobile stations. So short-time stations and mobile stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 1, Mike Yankee.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu Bravo.
X-ray, VE1FOX.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra.
Echo 1, Foxtrot, Sierra Mike.
Okay, that's a fine start there. I'll tell you who I have here. I have VY2GF, VE1MY, VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1FOX, VY2AN, VE1JS, and VE1FSM. Any other short time or mobile station?
Victor Echo 9, Romeo Juliet Bravo, mobile.
E1WIN.
Okay, on the end there, I got VE1FSM, VE9 Romeo Juliet Bravo, VE1WIN, and VE1CT. I think the only mobile station was VE9 RJB. I'll bring you in first. Go ahead.
Yes, VE1JBL, VE9 RJB, mobile. Jeremy here in Moncton. And, yeah, just go for a little drive there and see some snow coming down. So I guess it's going to start coming whether we want to or not. But anyways, I'll let you get to the long list there, Jim. Thanks for checking me in. And we'll be listening in there. Have a good night. And 7-3 VE1JBL, VE9 RJB, mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jeremy. Thanks very much for coming in there, and good to hear you there. So 7-3, and talk to you again there. Mike, VE1MY, you might be going to the bowling alley, so I'll take you for next. VE1MY, VE1JBL.
No, I just got home from Truro, Jim. V1JBL, V1MY. I just got home from Truro. I'm going for supper. That's why I wanted to get in early. 7-3.
Okay, very good, Mike. Very good. Yeah, I forgot about you going away there, so very good. Okay, 7-3. Have yourself a great night there. And let's go to the top of the list with George, VY2GF, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, I can remember exactly what I was doing 60 years ago today. I was on the air traffic control course in Ottawa, learning how to vector aircraft and radar when somebody walked into the room and told us that President Kennedy had been killed. Anyway, this Sunday, Plan A is to activate the Cape Bear Lighthouse, and there is also a park associated. So I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Yeah, okay, very good, George. Good at everything there. Yeah, I knew the anniversary was coming up there. I wasn't quite sure when it was, but anyways, yeah, very good. And good on the lighthouse at the park there, so have fun for sure. 7-3, and we'll talk to you again there. VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, Paul. Well, 60 years ago, I remember going to the bookmobile in Moncton and on walking home and finding out about the assassination there. Yeah, I remember it well. Remember that being told about that and where I was. So, thanks for checking me in. VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike, good and everything. It's funny now, I do remember some things, some special dates like the Challenger explosion, when Elvis Presley died, a couple other things like that, but I don't remember the president when he got shot, but I do remember Bobby Kennedy getting shot, because I was actually watching it on TV at the time when he got shot. So I remember him, but I don't remember the president, exactly what I was doing that day. So anyways, of course, I'd only be, let me see, I'd be 6 years old when that was taking place, too. So anyways, very good, Mike. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Curtis, VE1FOX, VE1JBL.
VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Big Echo 1 Foxtrot, Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Well, good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all other operators on this evening. We had a miserable day today. Rain, cold, dirty. I'm telling you, well, it's fall time, and I don't know, well, winter ain't got here yet, but it feels of this today, I think they hit pretty early, but anyways, anyhow, it's about -3 degrees out there right now, and raining, so I couldn't see it, almost like freezing rain. So I thought, anyways, we're on short time, so we're going to make it short. We got company here tonight there, Jim, so we'll better get back to the company there. They were down to play bingo. Naturally, nobody won, not for a while anyways. So there we go. Anyhow, take care, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. And I guess we'll leave it at that for this evening. So VE1 JBL with the Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3. Back to you, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis. Good, everything there. And the weather today, was only overcast here today. It started snowing a little bit there before dark, but it was only overcast here today. And actually, me and the wife spent the day outside putting Christmas lights up. So that was our chore today. So anyways, and then just as we were finishing up is when the snow started there. So it all worked out fine there. Very good, Curtis. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great week. VY2AN, VE1JBL. Good evening, Ricardo.
Good evening. We have 7 new hams on the island, and tonight we're having a special net at 7:30 just for them. We call it the newbie net, so they get to practice and get comfortable using the radio. So looking forward to that, and I hope everybody has a great evening. And 73 BY2AN.
The BY2AN, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Ricardo. Good, everything there. And yes, I did hear there was another class going on, and you got seven new hams. So you guys are just rolling over there. So good stuff. Really appreciate all the work you guys do over there to get the new hams there. Greatly appreciated there. And hopefully we'll get some of them on the Fusion here pretty soon there also, Ricardo. So very good. Take care. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Now let's get down to Sandy Cove and see John, VE1JS, VE1JBL.
V1JBL on the net, V1JS. Good evening, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. Pretty dirty day here, too. Temperature now is almost 4 degrees, and it's wind blowing and raining, and that's a dirty day. Weather looks better for Saturday, and just remind everybody if you're in the Digby area on Saturday morning, the Sunday Amateur Radio Club has its monthly breakfast on the last Saturday, which is this coming Saturday, 10 o'clock at the Digby Irving. We don't bite. We like to have lots of people come and have a good little chat. If you don't know me, I'll be wearing my black rack baseball cap, so I'll be recognizable. 7-3 for now. Thanks for doing the net, Jim. V1JBL, V1JS, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good at everything there, and the breakfast on Saturday. So if anybody's passing through there, may want to check in and have some good times chatting to you guys down there. So very good. Thanks, John, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go to Amherst and see Frank. VE1FSM, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everybody else on net. And sounds like the net's off to a good roll. We certainly got a first good list there. It seems as the weather gets colder and nastier, it's the check-ins on all these nets seem to be picking up. I think we had 42 on our net on Monday night there, the Westcom Amateur Radio Club's net. And I expect that it'll pick up even more as we get more and more snow and bad weather. Anyway, Jim, no real traffic, just more or less popping in to say hello and give you a mark for the book. We'll turn it back to you, and I got to get out of here. So, VE1JBL, VE1 Fox Sierra Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Good and everything. Yes, I think as winter comes in now, the contacts will pick up here. And, yeah, even last week on our net here, we had 44 check-ins there. Robert had 44. And it was the first time we're in the 40s, I think, since March. So things were picking up there. So hopefully they'll keep going that way. Anyways, thanks, Frank, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Peter, VE1WIN, VE1JBL. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everybody, and no traffic for the net. Have a great evening and a great week, and we'll talk to everybody next week. 7-3 now, VE1WIN clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Good and everything there. Thanks very much for coming in. Thanks for giving a call, and 7-3 for now. And Robert, VE1CT, VE1JBL. VE1CT, VE1JBL. Robert, no audio. You're coming up on the screen here, but no audio. No audio. Try it again.
VE1JBL, VE1CT. How read audio? Over.
Copy you loud and clear there now, Robert. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay, it was just the external mic this time. Oh, hey, I made no changes, so everything must be back to normal there. Oh, if I could only hope to get 40 on my Wednesday there, but most of our checkers end up at the Western Amateur Radio Club meeting there. Hi. It doesn't matter. Hey, as long as the net goes on. Hi. Oh, got nothing further at this time. It is raining a fair amount here, fairly heavy. I was talking with my uncle who's up on the organic farm there on the North Mountain. I guess they're having a blizzard at the moment. They're all snowed in. They've already got almost half a foot of snow or so, about 6 inches, 25 centimeters or so. Well, it's not looking good for them up there. Anyway, I'll let you go. Everyone have yourselves a great, safe evening. Look forward to all your check-ins tomorrow morning with the Maritime Fusion Wake Up Net. Pass back to you, Jim, VE1JBL, VE1CT73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good on everything there, and that's why we changed when we did, was the fact that so many of the members of the Fusion Net or whatever are all taking part in the club meeting. So that's why we had to change you around so that we could actually keep the net going. So we really appreciate you doing that, because that keeps the net going anyway. So we really do appreciate that. And before you go, Robert, where was the snowstorm at over?
My uncle's located on the North Mountain. Trying to remember exactly, but we'll just say North Mountain as a whole. It's he says, well, you see, I had a chance to get a Pfizer shot this evening. I would have needed his transportation, but he didn't have his snow tires on, and he was snowed in there. Oh, well, no, we'll keep trying. Actually, we booked one for December the 4th down in Berwick, so hopefully things will work out. Back to you, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1CG.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Yeah, I saw some pictures tonight on the news up in the Farmington area that they had quite a bit of snow there. Everything was covered up there in the Farmington area there today, and some other areas there. So very good. Okay, good, Robert. Good and everything. Thanks again for coming in. Thanks for doing the net on the night that we needed, and we really do appreciate there. So 7-3. Okay, with that, that's the rounds of our short time and everything. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to start with provinces, and of course we'll start with Prince Edward Island. So any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion at stations from PEI, go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Fox United.
Victor Yankee 2, Hotel Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee.
Okay, so far I have VY2FU and VY2HF from PEI. Joe, I have you, but I'll put you in under Nova Scotia there when we come up there. So any other stations from Prince Edward Island, any other PEI stations, go ahead, please. Nothing heard. We'll go with VY2FU. VE1JBL. Go ahead, Dave.
Hello, Jim, and everybody else on frequency. It's Dave here, Victor Yankee 2, Fox United, and I'm on Prince Edward Island, North Shore, near Cavendish. Not a whole lot to say, just getting some use out of this new radio sitting here, so nice to hear everybody on there, and maybe get used to hearing my voice. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Jim, for taking me in. This is Victor Yankee 2, Fuzzy Underwear. Over.
Yeah, okay there, Fuzzy Underwear. VY2FU, VE1JBL. Very good, Dave. Good to hear you on there. Hopefully we'll hear you more often on the net there for sure. So 7-3, and thanks again for coming in there. 7-3 for now. VY2HF, VE1JBL, and Brent. First of all, congratulations on another 7 new hams. And maybe you'd want to elaborate on that a little bit. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, certainly, Jim. V1JBL in the Fusion Net, VY2HF. Yes, we had 7 right last Thursday, and we have, I'd say 5 or 6 more that are going to be writing this Saturday morning. They couldn't make Thursday night, so the class is actually writing in 2 different exam sessions. So I have a new exam prepared, and they'll be writing on Saturday. So we have 7 so far. Our usual amount is about 8 each class, and so we just need a couple to pass to overtop that. We are doing just so well over here. The classes were very good, and the students were very attentive, very keen, interested in ham radio. Not everybody has a radio yet, so the newbie net tonight won't have all 8 on, I don't expect. But hopefully soon we'll have them provisioned with radios and they can be on. Perhaps not on a Fusion Net at first, but maybe down the road. I think one of our new class does have an FT5, which would be a Fusion type radio, so you may hear him on, and that's VY2 Papa Echo. He may show up here someday in the future. Anyway, we're thrilled to have the new hams on board, and it's a great group once again, and we can't wait to keep building the community over here, Jim. So back to you. Thank you very much. And I won't be sticking around because at 7:30, as Ricardo said, we have our own net for them, and I'll go down there and have a listen on that to see how many of them are able to check in. 7-3 to everybody, and take care. VY2 Hotel Foxtrot in Stratford, PEI.
VY2HF, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Brent. Good and everything there, and congratulations again. And hopefully we'll hear some of them down the road there. And yeah, you guys are very impressive with your classes over there. I know different people in our club here at Amherst are very impressed the way you guys go about it and get these new hams. Of course, we've seen it at Smart. We've seen some of the new members over at the Smart presentations too. So all is good. So you guys are doing a great job over there, and you should be highly commended for all that you do over there. Very good, Brent. Thanks very much for coming in, and have fun with the newbies there for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's the first round of Prince Edward Island. So we're going to take the first round of Nova Scotia now. And Joe, I already have you down there. So VE1GUY is down. So looking for other stations from Nova Scotia that might check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa.
Victor Echo 1, Echo, Echo, Echo.
Victor Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor.
Victor Echo 1, Julie Whiskey 1, JW.
Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Delta, Alpha, Delta. Victor Echo 1, Delta, Alpha, Delta.
Victor Echo 1, Mike Uniform India, VE1MUI.
Okay, what a nice orderly list that was there. Everybody did very well here. I'll tell you who I have here so far. I have VE1GUY, VE1GP, VE1EEE, VE1KEV, VE1JW, VA1BIL, VE1DAD, and VE1MUI. Who did I miss? Who did I miss from Nova Scotia? Go ahead.
Echo 1 in Yucca.
Okay, Brian, I got you at the end there, so just hang on there. Top of the list, VE1GUI, VE1JBL. Okay, Joe.
VE1JBL, VE1GUI. Good evening there, Jim. Here on the Fusion Net here tonight on a Wednesday night. Yeah, right to it just coming in. The wife coming in there just from Halifax, and I said I'll call in. I didn't know if he was calling, who he was calling. Well, everybody was coming in, so I said, oh, I didn't know who he was calling for. But but anyway, I called in and got my name in there. So anyway, thanks for bringing me back in there, and everything is pretty good here. We had rain all day long. We started around 10 o'clock, and 9, 10 o'clock now this morning, and boy, we never got no great big amount, around 24 millimeters here, 25, well, that's 25.1 there now. She just put on 1 inch. There we go. But anyway, yeah, it's been that way all day long, and they had rain all the way back from Halifax. So anyway, they had a long old day. Thanks for coming in, Jim. Very good. See you later. Everyone, do you up.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. And yeah, with apple pie, you better get going there. And very good. Thanks for coming in there tonight. And yeah, it was just overcast here all day, Joe. We never got anything at all until just about dark, and then it started to have light snow, just very light snow. And but that was all. It was just overcast here all day. So very good. Okay, very good. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE1GP, VE1JBL. Go ahead, Gordon.
VE1JBL, VE1GP. Good evening to you, Jim. Yeah, it was really a terrible day for weather out here today. A lot of rain, wind, and cold, but anyway, the house is warm tonight. So nice to hear your net, and it's going so well. And 7-3 to all, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1GP.
Okay, very good, Gordon. And yeah, I was surprised that well, I guess I never really liked the weather map that much today. There, so really wasn't looking around to see what was going on. But it was like a lot of people had weather there, so very good. I guess we lucked out there for sure. Anyways, thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE1 Triple E, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Joe. How's things down the Halifax area?
V1JBL, VE1EEE. Well, good evening, Jim, and good evening to the humble multitude on the frequency. Yeah, not a bad evening. Kind of wet out there, but at least we don't have to shovel it, Jim. We can do the shoveling here on frequency, and that's a better place, I guess. No, I don't have anything to report. I just come in the shack. I heard Jim load his stones. I said, well, I better put another bean in your pot there. So have a good one, Jim. Thanks for doing that. All the very best to you and the rest of the crew there. VE1EE and that other E.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. I appreciate you coming there tonight there. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. In the Amherst, the VE1KEV, VE1JBL. Good evening, Kevin.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. VE1JBL for the Fusion Net, Wednesday Night Fusion Net. VE1KEV, very good evening, and good evening to all on the net. Just here in the shack and going through some emails and looking at this battery on Amazon that Robert sent out there, I guess, or you sent out, whatever. And anyway, it looks like a pretty good price there for sure. I just forget the battery that you got for your POTA stuff. Anyway, we're kind of looking around, and I guess Friday should be the day that we pull the trigger, I suppose. So. Anyway, a little bit of snowy action in town here as well. The Bell guy, service representative, or the representative that goes knocking on doors and asks if they want to join up or whatever, just left here a little bit ago. And they sure did offer a sweet deal. So I think we're changing again. Who knows? Maybe I'll get at the ns.sympatico email again. Who knows? That's loaded here, Jim. Thanks a lot for doing the net there. Thanks for calling us in. 7-3 there. VE1JBL, V1KB.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Good and everything there. Well, you got to go where the deals are now, Kevin. It's like everything else. Everybody's trying to get their foot in the door there, and everybody's putting deals out there. So you got to go where the best deals are. That's for sure. And good on the batteries. Yeah, I sent that out. Robert sent that to me today, and he asked me to send it out there, so I did. And yeah, I don't think it would only be Friday, Kevin. I've got a feeling those deals are going to be on for a while. So I don't think you have to rush, but anyways, you may just want to kind of look them through. Mine was just 30 amp. I think that one he was showing off was 50, and I think the one that I have is 30. So that's just the difference. And Kevin, in case that's what you're looking for. Anyways, very good. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go down to Greenwood, or more, I guess, Kingston, and talk to Eric. VE1JW, VE1JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Yeah, good night going so far. Yeah, I guess depends who you ask. I guess depends on which side of the old tracks you're on. Kingston, the tracks kind of run halfway between Kingston and Greenwood. Anyway, I guess part of Kingston's on both sides of the tracks, but anyway, just the other side of the river. Cornwallis River runs down through, and Greenwood's on one side and Kingston's on the other, but you can throw a rock from one to the other. It's not terribly far apart. Anyway. Oh, well, no, just playing a little bit of FT8 off and on today, and on 60 meters tonight. I get on 60 meters, they'd open up, and they make it 3 new countries on 60, and trying to get another one here tonight, but I'm not having very good luck trying to work a station in Argentina on FT8, but not having very good luck with them. Tried them a couple of times, but can't seem to quite get them. Signal's good, but, there, I think I just got him. Yeah, we just got him, so hopefully we'll finish, and we'll give us another country on 60 meters, so it's good. Trying to get 100 countries on every band, and 60 and 80 are the two that I'm lacking, so it's working my way up there. Other than that, just listening with interest, and I thought Kevin would be all excited. I sent him a picture of a cute little Jeep that I saw down in Arizona when we were down there. I thought he'd be putting that on his Christmas list, tell Santa Claus that he wanted one of them for Christmas. quite a rig, a 6-wheel, just like his only had 6 wheels on it, 2 in the back, 2 extras in the back, and a little bit extended, but quite a looking rig, but not cheap, but quite a nice looking rig. Other than that, just listening with interest, Jim, V1JBL, V1JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Eric. Good and everything there, and yeah, I just got into the FT8 on the weekend there. I was talking to one of our club members there, and he was saying that, well, maybe we should just get in the FT8 just to get our quota contacts. And so I said, well, maybe we can do that. So, anyways, I set up on the weekend there, and I've been making some contacts. I've got every band now except 12 meters on for POTA. So I'm still trying to get a 12-meter contact for POTA there, and I'll have pretty well all the bands. And but I have been doing DX, so I've been playing with it just to get DX, what I'm looking for. And I got 4 or 5 or 6 stations last night, Eric, that I thought were really good. Turkey was one of them, and Greenland. I got Greenland last night, so I thought that was a good contact, Greenland. So, but I got, I'm not even sure how much. I'm just still playing with it, Eric. A lot of this, I don't even know what I'm doing here yet, but I'm just learning. And I've got this other thing called logger, grid logger or something like that, and I'm just learning how that works. And so it's all a lot of fun, but we're just learning as we go. Very good, Eric. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go close by and see Bill. VA1BIL, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VA1BIL. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. I had the pleasure of making that QSO with you on FT8 there yesterday, and I saw your call was VA1JIM. Is that a caller a new call for you there, Jim?
I've had it for a while, Bill. I got it quite a few years ago there when they started the VAs, because I missed out on the VE one, and so when they came up with the VAs, I decided to try it right off the bat, and I did get it. So I hadn't been using it, and I said, well, now that I'm going to play with this FT8, maybe I'm just going to set up as and use it as the call sign. So that's what I'm doing. The all that FTA stuff that I'll be doing will be using the VA1JAM call sign there. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Jim. That's a great idea there. Very well done there. It's nice to kind of keep them separated like that. So, anyways, yeah, it was good to make contact with you there on 80 meters there. So, I'm back on the FT8 kick again. I was off for a couple months there, but anyways, it's a pretty miserable day here down in the valley here, raining and cold and miserable. So, good day to be on the air. So, 7-3 to you and everybody else, and hope everybody has a great week. VA1 BIL here.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bill. Yes, I forgot all about that. So, yeah, thanks very much for the QSO yesterday. And I got Kevin, and I don't think I got too many more local hams on here. But anyways, I know I got Kevin because he was the first one I picked up there. And I got you, and I can't remember if I got anybody else local or not. Now, saying that, the next station coming up here, VE1DAD, I'll ask David, because I think I actually saw him the other day on FT8, but I'm not 100% sure. I may be wrong there, but we'll bring him in here. VE1DAD, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everyone on frequency, yeah. I play a lot on the FT8 there. I don't know how many contacts I got, something like 4,000 or 5,000. I keep adding on and put it on QRZ. You probably seen me on. I do play around with that quite a bit. Today I was cleaning up on my side-by-side, and I press a button and log it in and press it again. I'm looking for different countries, but I only have a long wire that doesn't move. I'm starting to have a hard time getting more countries. I think I got 121 in all there now. Different countries, but if I could move my long wire, maybe I'd do better. But I guess we're stuck with that. So, yeah, that was me. You see me on there.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dave. Yeah, like I say, this is all brand new to me here, and just learning the ropes here. But I do have a few, and I'm not looking for like there's so many United States stations out from the U.S. there, and I want one to say it's a DX station, but I don't want hundreds of them. I'm trying to get the DX, so I'm just trying to look for stations, like other DX stations there. So that's what I'm trying to find here. So a lot of fun so far. But there's still a lot for me to learn here, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear as I go. Anyways, thanks, Dave, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE1MUI, VE1JBL. Matt, very good evening.
V1JBL and the Maritime Fusion Net. I had to think for a minute what net we were on. V1MUI, good evening there, Jim, and everybody on here tonight. Yeah, I did do FT8 for a little bit. I got it set up here, but it seems like I got bored with it pretty quick. I rather do voice on HF. And, not saying I won't go back to it, but I didn't really use it much. So I just thought this is on the back burner for now. And other than that, I got my ATV apart here in the shop and got the rear end out of it. It was leaking at the pinion seal, and I'm going to get back to it here after I get off the radio here in a minute. I got the rear end apart and go clean it up. That god-awful 90-weight, burnt 90-weight smell there. The whole place smells like it. I know I smell it on my clothes. Anyway, everybody have a good week, and 7-3, and catch you later. V1JBL and that, VE1MUI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Matt. Good and everything there, and the four-wheeler and stuff like that. So very good. And yeah, I brought my 7300. I got the ICOM 7300. And I bring it in the wintertime because I don't like to leave it out in the cold. I don't know what it would do with that screen and everything that's on the 7300. So I brought it in last winter and just parked it here because I don't have an antenna. But this year I went out a couple weeks ago and got myself an end-fin antenna and put it up here. And ran the cable and everything, and so I brought the 7300 in and hooked it up. So now I have HF here in the cabin for the winter using the 7300. So I did have the cord, the plug, and everything here to plug it in for FT8 or whatever else. So I plugged it in, and then one of the other hams talked me into getting on the air with it. So here we are. So it's a learning experience, that's for sure. Anyway, thanks, Matt, for coming in. Have yourself a great 87.3 for now. Last but not least, Brian, VE1IQ, VE1JBL. Come on.
VE1JBL, VE1IQ. Good evening, Jim. And yeah, I'm glad to hear you started on that and getting into it and so forth. We just spent a couple of days going through some old photos when we traveled there. 3 million miles of driving in the transport truck, and many years on the radio there. We get a bunch of old QSL cards there to go back way back, and we sort of dumped out, I think, about 1,500 photos that we took over the years, and we just don't have room for many more, Jim. But anyway, back on the there on the radio there very shortly, so maybe I'll hear you on there some evening. VE1JBL, VE1IQ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brian. Good on all the paperwork and the photos and stuff like that. Yeah, they add up after a while, that's for sure. So very good. Okay, very good, Brian. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, we've completed one round from Prince Edward Island and one round from Nova Scotia, so let's go into New Brunswick, and we'll take our first round from the province of New Brunswick. Anybody from New Brunswick wants to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? This is your time. Go ahead, please.
VE1LV Portable VE9.
Lima. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, VE9 MTV. Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, V9 PAL.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, V9 GC.
Okay, there's a fine bunch to start in New Brunswick here. I'll tell you who I have here and then you can let me know who I missed here. I got VE1LV Portable, VE9 CGL, VE9 MTV, VE9 PAL, VE9 Golf Charlie, and VE9 Alpha India. Who did I miss from the province of New Brunswick?
VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Okay, it's going to be a slow night in New Brunswick. Vern, I got you at the end there, VE9 VEA, so we'll get you in there. Top of the list, VE1LV Portable, VE9. Hal, up in New Brunswick there. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. VE1JBL. This is VE1LV Portable VE9. We're at the Amsterdam on Mountain Road. Jason's going to pick us up tomorrow morning, and we're going to be headed to Quebec City to the German Christmas market. And I'm going to bring back some gingerbread, Jim. Back to you, VE1LV Portable VE9.
Yeah, okay, very good, Hal. Good, everything there. And I bet you that stuff will be some good, too. So enjoy it for sure. I know it will be really good there. So have fun, Hal, for sure there. And we'll get a recap of the trip when you get back home there. So take care, 7-3 for now. The VE9 CGL, VE1JBL. Oh, my goodness, where are we at here? I haven't heard you in a while. CGL. VE1JBL. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion Net. I've got nothing to report. Just want to put my name on your list. Have a nice net. We'll see you 7-3, and stay safe from VE9 Charlie Golf Lima.
Okay, very good, Jermaine. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've heard you. Hopefully everything is fine up there in St. Andre. So good to have you on the net there tonight. So take care, and 7-3 for now. Let's go into Mountain. Let's go into Irishtown, I guess, and talk to Mike. VE9. Oh, look at that, 3 in a row there, right from Irishtown area there. Mike and Paul and Gordon, so all in a row there. VE9 MTV, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, VE9 MTV. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to Hal there. You got to be careful with all that German cooking there, Hal. That's very good. I remember the Hogans here with their Schultz like schnitzel and strudel. I do too. They're both good. Yeah. Have a good trip there, Hal, and take care. And yeah, we had some snow there this afternoon here, and also our had a meeting there, club meeting on Saturday, and we had our section manager, JP, VE9BK. He did a tech talk presentation on radio war during the World War II era, the role of amateur radio operators into radio operators trying to find the spies in the British soil. So that was pretty interesting. And I did post the PDF files information there on the Tech Talk on the website, the Marcy website. So it's www.maarc.ca or .info. And go to Club Activities and click on Tech Talks and scroll down there to the PDF files, and you'll see Radio War if you're interested in having a look at that. Very, very interesting. Of course, they wanted ham radio operators because they were already trained in Morse code, so that was the big kicker. And they needed a lot of them, and they only got maybe 400 or 500 at the start. So, yeah, it was a very interesting talk there. And, yeah, other than that, keeping busy, keeping out of trouble, and enjoying all the nets. Have yourself a good net there, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. And I will be supposed to be doing the Eco Canada Fusion Net tonight. Last week it was at 9 o'clock instead of 10, so I don't know if what's going on with that, but it should be at 10. That's where it was all the time. So anyway, back to you, Jim. Have a good net. 7-3 to all. VE1 JBL, VE9 MTV.
Okay, very good, Mike. Good and everything there, and I'll if I get a chance, or I'll go to the club website there and check that out for sure there. So very good, and good luck on the net tonight there. Hopefully, they'll figure out what the time should be. Like I say, it should be 10 o'clock there. So good luck with the net there tonight there. Okay, with that, let's go to your next door neighbor and see Paul, VE9 PAL, VE1 JBL.
1 JBL, this is V9 PAL. How you doing there, Jim and Mike and Gordon, everybody else on the net there? Yes, he's 1 degrees here, and I think we're getting some flakes. Not much, just a little. But anyway, no traffic here. You guys all take care and have a great week. V9 PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Good and everything there. Thanks for coming in there tonight there, and 7-3 for now. Now we'll go to your next door neighbor and see Gordon, VE9GC, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Gordon.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL with the Wednesday Night Fusion Net, VE9GC, and hello to my neighbors there, Oh, and Mike, you've now got sort of the Irish style Notre Dame triangle, shall we say. Don't want to cast aspersions on any particular groups. Hi. Anyway, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in. As they already gave you the weather. Yep, it's dark tonight, lighter tomorrow. Currently 1 degree here. We had a dusting of the white stuff there this afternoon, and from carrying on from the conversations that were going on when the net first started, I do remember exactly where I was 60 years ago, out on the playground at Wellington Square Public School in Burlington, Ontario, when we received the news about Kennedy being shot. So there we go. And came home and listened to the on the radio and things like that. And I recall that watching the funeral at some point. Anyway, yeah, that's I guess the story here. We're getting a couple more cables organized. Thank you for taking the time to get to New Brunswick, because it made I didn't have to rush building up this last patch cable. I was able to get all the connectors on and the heat shrink tubing in place and everything like that. And the upcoming project for the week is to raise the kitchen counters on one side of the kitchen. We went and bought some new appliances, and the new refrigerators are taller than the old ones. So I have to elevate the cabinets on that side of the kitchen. Not a big deal, but it'll take me a couple of hours for sure. First, we got to empty them. Thanks for doing that, Jim. Thanks for calling me in, and we'll look forward to checking in next Wednesday night. VE1JBL, VE9GC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Good and everything there, and the new appliances there. So good luck with the renovations there for sure, and good and everything else there. Thanks for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. Preferred Agency Gary, VE9AI, VE1JBL. Go ahead.
VE1JBL Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening to everybody on the frequency, and a lot of power outages up here tonight. We had quite a bit of wet snow today. It seemed to be the center of the storm, so I was listening to the first of the net on the repeater here, but either it's gone down or the internet link, so I had to go through my node here. So anyway, there's about, I guess, 9,000 out in the province already, so, and there was a pile of accidents here today all over the place in the town, in the city here, and also Trans-Canada, so bad day here, I guess. Anyway, nothing much else to add, I guess. So everyone have a great week. Back to Net Control, VE9AI.
VE9AI, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Gary. Good and everything there, and too bad in the power. I just brought up the New Brunswick outage map here. Yeah, I'm seeing 9,710. Just north of Ferguson area here is where I'm seeing it seems to be most of them there is about 9,710. So hopefully they'll get them back on there before too long there. So very good. Thanks very much for coming in there today, and have yourself a great evening. Let's go all the way up the tracking and see Vern. VE9VEA, VE1JBL. Come on in, Vern.
So, VE1JBL. Maritime Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine, outstanding hams on frequencies there for sure. Well, Jim, we've been riding along with you pretty well since the start. Maybe a minute late getting down here tonight, so we might have missed a few words at the first, but it's been a pleasure riding along with you ever since. So, I always say, Jim, fine net going. We don't have any traffic or anything, but we definitely want to wish everybody on frequency a great evening and a fantastic wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3 to all, 88 to ladies, special good evening to scanner listeners. Turn it back to you, VE1JBL Net Control, V9 Victor Echo Alpha. 7-3 Jim, 7-3's all, bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Vern. Got everything there, and as usual, good to hear you in there, and hopefully everything is going fine there. So have yourself a great evening there, and we'll talk to you again there for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed one round of the Maritimes, so let's go outside the Maritimes right now and see if there's anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check into the net. So stations from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. Name here is Jim, located in Tignish, Nova Scotia. So stations from outside the Maritimes. Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6FP. Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie, VE3AC, Frank in Sudbury, Ontario.
Victor Echo 6, November Whiskey Romeo, Edmonton, Canada. Name is
Okay, I got 3 stations so far. I got VA6FP, VE3AC, and VE6 November Whiskey Romeo. Any other stations from outside the Maritimes? Stations from outside the Maritimes. I'd like to check in on it. Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. We'll stop at the top of the list here and see Francis. VA6FP, VE1JBL, and how's the weather out your way? I was looking at the summertime news. They were giving -19 up in Yellowknife, so it is starting to freeze up in the top of the world there. Francis, go ahead, please.
VE1JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Yeah, it's cooled down a bit. Last week we were spoiled. We had temperatures +12 and a few degrees above a couple of the days, so that weather fantastic. I tell you, I'm getting a relief because the first year we moved up here in 2022, we had already received 31 centimeters of snow as of this date in November. Now, that wasn't all, of course, on the ground. Some of that melted, but there was still snow on the ground, and everybody here in town was blaming me for having drug it over from the Maritimes. But this year I got a reprieve, and folks are smiling. So we'll leave it at that. We've been very fortunate. We got a little bit of snow here earlier in the month, but it didn't stay. It was gone the next day or a day or two after, so we're going to be happy about that. It's going to be remaining cool, I guess, here for the rest of the week until the weekend. Right now, -6 degrees Celsius, and there's about a 30% chance of flurries, but as they say around here, 30% doesn't really count a whole lot. It takes a bit more than that, more like 40 before things start to happen, but we'll keep our fingers crossed just in case. Other than that, Jim, no other news from here, and just enjoying, like I said, the mild weather, but this is a little cool today. But all right, you know, you can't complain for the 22nd of November. My goodness, it could be a whole lot worse than that. So we'll say 7-3 all around. Everybody have a great weekend, and enjoy the rest of your week. And looking forward to the net next Wednesday, same time and same repeater node. Again, 7-3 all around from Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa in Wainwright, Alberta. Take care, Jim.
VA6FP from VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Francis. Good on everything there, and good on the weather. So no problem at all. And thanks again for coming in there. Have yourself a great evening. Let's go into Sudbury and see Frank, VE3AC, VE1JBL. Good evening, Frank.
VE1JBL, Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie returning. Well, good evening to you and to the rest of the gang that's joined you and those that are going to join you.
And yeah, not much to report from Sudbury except that it's getting mighty, mighty cold. We are going to be dropping down to this morning. I'll start with this morning. We started off this morning with about +8, and right now it's at around -2, -1. But things are going to be changing tomorrow. We're going to be hitting -14 in the afternoon, and we'll go down to a low of -18. And I don't think the -18 was considering the wind chill. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, the ground is starting to get hard. It's starting to freeze up. I had some pipes, some masting that I had left on the ground, and I'll tell you, I had to kick them to get them unstuck from the ice and whatever little bit of precipitation that we've had that froze onto it and onto the ground, and I had to kick it loose, and everything's good. And I'm kind of thinking of putting up a wire antenna maybe this weekend, because I hear that the colder it is and the worse the weather, the better your antenna will perform. So I'm going to try that theory out there this weekend. Hi. Just kidding, of course. But anyways, and over to Mike, MTV, VE9 MTV. He was talking about a presentation that was done. I'm interested in seeing it. And actually, there's a series on Netflix presently that's called All the Light We Cannot See. Now, I haven't seen it myself, but apparently it's got to do with radio as well. Shortwave at least, if not a transmitter. But anyways, hoping to hear Mike be the net control operator, NCO, for the CQ Canada net later on this evening. But anyways, with that, I'm going to end this. And you guys all take care, and we'll hope to hear you guys on again. VE1 JBL, Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie, waving a hand saying 73s.
Okay, very good, Frank, and everything there. Yeah, my wife is still waiting. I've already cut a whole bunch of boughs and stuff from the spruce trees for her to put all over her gardens there for the winter, but she doesn't want to put them on until there's a freeze. And the ground is still soft as can be here, so nothing of yet. So they're still waiting. She's still waiting for the ground to freeze so she can put the boughs on for the winter there. So we're still waiting on that, but I'm sure it'll come before too long. Anyways, thanks, Frank, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, a new one for me. Victor Echo 6 November Whiskey Romeo. I looked up in QR's in here. The name is Norman. And looks like you're in Edmonton, so you can fill in the rest there, Norman, as you come in and give us a transmission there. VE6NWR from Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. Jim here in Tignish, Nova Scotia. Go ahead, please.
This is VE6NWR. Good evening, everyone. First time on my first time on this net. Unfortunately, normally I work at this time of day, so I end up missing a lot of things on the radio. But I've been really enjoying listening to all the check-ins that have been coming in. And especially congratulations to the 8 new operators. Good job, guys. It's just, well, now I'm babbling. Anyways, I don't really have any real traffic. Weather here right now isn't too bad. It's about -5 with a light fall of snow. Just dusting the back of the yard there. Yeah. And other than that, I don't really have a whole lot of traffic. But thank you very much for doing the net. And 7-3, everyone. This is Norm, VE6NWR. Back to you, Jim, net control.
VE6NWR from Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. Okay, very good, Norm. Well, thanks very much for taking part tonight. And yes, I know it's only 5 o'clock out there, so some people are going to miss out there. So hopefully you'll get a chance to come in more often. And yeah, as far as the operators, the new operators on Prince Edward Island, every year they have classes over there, Norman, and they have my goodness, 7 to 10 to 15 new hams there every year on Prince Edward Island. So they do a real bang-up job over there with classes and that. So kudos to them for that, and they keep the hobby alive there for a while. And as far as all the chickens tonight, Norma, well, this CQ Maritime's room is connected all the time to the 3 maritime provinces. So you're being heard in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. There are certain repeaters that are linked all the time. Now tonight we have 30 plus nodes and repeaters that are connected up here tonight for the net. But even when the net's not going on, there's repeaters in all 3 provinces that are hooked up to this room here. So whenever you call in, you're being heard over all 3 maritime provinces. So it's a great system down here for sure. And welcome to the net there. And hopefully we'll hear you more often for sure there, Norman. So anyway, take care. Have yourself a great evening there, and 7-3 for now. Okay, at that, we're at the bottom of the list there, so we're going to start round 2. This is going to be round 2 now of the Maritime Fusion Net, and again, we're going to start with Prince Edward Island. So any stations from Prince Edward Island, round 2, that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead, please. And I'm guessing that everybody's over on the newbie net there, helping out the new hams there. But we'll take one more try here. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Stations from PEI. Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Juliet Charlie.
Okay, Joe, you're all by yourself there, and I'm glad you stepped away from the FT8, and I'm glad you stepped away from the POTA long enough to give us a contact there. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, QSL and that, Jim. Good evening to you there. Good evening to everybody on the net. Yeah, I'm not doing FT8 a whole bunch, a little bit there, but since I started that POTA thing, I kind of hooked on it a little bit, I guess. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it very much. I went and activated a Laird's Pond there today on the island here, and I think it was 215 contacts in about an hour and a half, something like that, I think, roughly. And it's a blast. The hammer log, thanks to you and Steve and Kevin and Rob there, it works pretty good. And they weren't kidding. The more you use it, the easier it seems like it gets. So yeah, it's no problem at all. When I go to the site, I activate myself and spot myself, I should say, and then activate the park, and all by myself there. Anyway, yeah, it's been we've been busy. I did 7 yesterday, 7 parks yesterday in the Summerside area, and 1 today. I'm catching up to Steve there, old boy. Anyway, Jim, thanks for calling me in there. Have a great evening there, you and Wendy. God bless. VY2 Juliet.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there. And 200, holy mackerel. I thought I did well there last week there when I did 90. I thought that was really well, but 200. And boy, I'll tell you, if you're doing 200 contacts, you can almost see double while you're trying to log that stuff. You're almost tongue-tied at times there trying to answer these stations, and all the stations almost seem to be the name call signs and everything, so you got to kind of really think. And that's with me doing 90, so I can just imagine with you doing 200 there. So very good. Well, congratulations on that for sure. And I'm going to try and get one more in, Joe, just outside, just between on the Tyndall Road here, going back to Amherst, where the town water supply comes from. That's a wilderness area there, and it's actually a park and we can go in and actually park there. So I'm going to try and get that done here, and maybe next week. I see a sunny day here next week, so I may go out and try and get that one. But that would probably be the last kick in the can there for the year there. But we're going to try that next week, Joe. So we'll see how we make out with that. Anyways, thanks very much for coming in, and thanks for doing the parks there and everything. And I hear you. Well, I go on the frequencies that you're on there, but I can't hear you. I'm hearing all the other stations, but I can't hear you. So, but anyways, good and everything. Very good, Joe. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, well that's the second round from Prince Edward Island. So now we're going to do the second round from Nova Scotia. So, second round from Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Call sign here is VE1JBL. Name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia. Second round. Go ahead, please.
V1 Golf Bravo.
VE1 HUL.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-Ray, V1ZX.
Okay, I got 4 stations at a time. I have VE1GB, VE1HUL, VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Stations from Nova Scotia. Who did I miss, or anybody else want to check in from Nova Scotia? Go ahead.
Oh, try once more. Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra.
Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike.
Okay, I got 2 more stations there, Don. I got you that time, VE1DES, and I got VA1CAM. So let's go to the top of the list. And where did I leave off? My goodness. Gordon, at one of my favorite camping spots down in St. Peter's. VE1GB, VE1JBL. Long time no hear.
Yeah, very good there, Jim. Hi, and hi to everybody there on the frequency tonight, Jim. Yeah, there's a while since I called in. Not home at this time of night, but happened to be tonight, and I've been listening to the net all along and enjoying it all, Jim, for sure. And I believe our temperature here is about +4 right now, and a bit of rain coming in overnight. And I'm using my own node here, if I'm saying things right here, Jim. I'm on my computer here and looking at all the other repeaters that hooked up here. Anyway, we won't hold it. Thank you for calling me in. And all the best to you, Jim, and all the best to everybody that's listening in on here. And, yeah, we may see you next summer down here fishing or something, Jim, or down around the park. All the best. 73 from V1 Golf Bravo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. No problem at all there. And yeah, I see you're on your own node there, your own personal node there. So very good, sounding great. Absolutely, no problem at all there. So all is well, that's for sure. And yeah, hopefully we'll get down to see you sometime there for sure. There, I did love the park down there. So hopefully we'll get down there again. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go in Truro and see Dave. VE1HUL, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Jim, and all those on the net. We've been waiting for this big storm that's coming, sitting here in Truro, but haven't seen anything yet. Probably a good thing, because it didn't get very warm in Truro today. I think we get up to 2 degrees or something like that. And we're sitting at 1 right now, and it just started to rain here probably half hour ago, so hopefully we miss the snow part and just stick with the rain and it doesn't amount to too much. But anyways, not much exciting happening in the big city of Truro. Just kind of waiting for winter, I guess, and that sort of thing. So, anyways, heard you guys on here tonight. Finished my video call a little early, so thought I'd pop in and say howdy to everybody on the net this evening. And so, anyways, that's about it, Jim. So we'll say 7-3 to yourself and all those on the net, and turn it back to you. VE1 HUL, over.
VE1 HUL, VE1 JBL. Yeah, very good, Dave. Good and everything there, and glad to have you on board there today. Yeah, I know you don't get in here very often, but it's always nice to hear you when you do get in here. So thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go over to Robert down in Oxford, VE1CA, VE1 JBL. And how's the online recording of the net going there, Robert?
VE1 JBL, VE1CA here. Good evening to you, Jim, and all those on frequency. Things are going well with the recording. I was listening to that out in the living room there for a bit before I made my way into the shack here. Just like what I sent you there today. Just been looking at some of the Black Friday deals, seeing what's out there, and there's a few here and there. Anyway, nothing else here really to report. Just listen to the net. Sounds really good there, Jim. Thanks to the net, and you and everybody have a great evening. 7-3, VE1 JBL, VE1 Charlie Alpha.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good, everything there, and yeah, like you said last week, there the net is starting to pick up here again with check-ins here, and you did 44 there last week there, and I'm up to 39. So I should be able to catch up with you there here before it's over, hopefully, anyways. And nice to get back into the 40s again, that's for sure. Now, our first couple of years, we actually were in the 50s. The highest we've ever had in the net was 59. That's the highest we've ever had is 59 check-ins on one of our nets there. That goes back a couple of years ago now. But anyways, it's nice to even just get back in the 40s here. So hopefully we'll make that there tonight. Very good. Thanks, Robert, for coming in, and thanks for doing the online portion of the net there for sure. Do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. Let's go down to Two Islands to see Brad. VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Jim. Very good evening to everybody on the frequency there. And I hear Chris coming in there from Moose River, my neighbor. 3 degrees down here, a little windy. 34 clicks there, it's showing there right now. But it's mild anyway, so I see the barometer still pointing straight down there, so we got a little more weather to come yet there. Thanks, Jim, for checking me in there. And say hi to Wendy for me. VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu X-Ray in Two Islands, Parisville.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Good at everything there. Yeah, I'll relay that over to Wendy there, and good at everything there. And I was going to ask Chris where he was located at. It doesn't say on the data page now, so I was going to ask where it was at, but now we know Moose River. So there you go. That's a good name. Anyways, thanks, Brad, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Before we go to Moose River, let's go down to Yarmouth and see Don. VE1 DES, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 DES. Thanks for calling me in, Jim. Yeah, been nice. Nice day, rain, no snow. Rain, it's still no raining. Winds are blowing around here. It's pretty well what same thing Brad has up in his area. And I listen to you guys talking about Parks on the Air, one guy in the club here. He really enjoys that. He carries his whole station in a little suitcase. Antenna, power supply, radio and all. A little QRP job. V1 J8X or JW, I don't know which one he uses, but he does enjoy Parks on the Air. And we're going to hear Robert the other day on the Saturday Night Net. Good hearing the guys coming in. Back to you there. V1JBL, V1DES. Have a good evening.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good and everything there, and the gentleman down there on the parks on the air. Yeah, it's almost it's just taken off here this past summer. I guess late in the summer we started talking about it or whatever, and all of a sudden everybody got into it here. I think we've got about 8 of us. There's 8 or 10 in the club that have gone out and starting to buy gear and batteries and accessories and stuff to get on the air and antennas, and they're having a great time. And of course now with winter coming, it's all going to come to a crashing in here unless we want to go out in the snow to these parks. But of course all the provincial parks are locked up now, gated and everything for the winter. But there's still wilderness areas and federal parks and stuff you can go to. But I think a lot of us will probably call it for the winter and get ready for the spring. But I got a feeling it's going to be a big hit with the club here next year here, Don. So, but it's a lot of fun, that's for sure. Anyways, take care. Thanks very much for coming in. Glad you hung in there. I know it always seems to be time to get the stations in from Yarmouth there. I guess you're just getting overwhelmed by other stations there, but that's why we take 2 rounds. And a couple of times each time, so we can try and get out everybody we can. So, anyways, Don, thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go to Moose River. I'm not even sure where Moose River is at, but I'm going to have to go on Google and find that. And VA1CAM, VE1JBL. Come on in, Chris.
VE1JBL, VA1CAM. Good evening. Thanks for calling me in, Jim, and thanks for doing the net. Hello to everybody on frequency, and hello to my good friend Brad over there in 2 Islands. He's actually 2.7 miles as the crow flies through the woods or just up the beach, so he's not far away. But yeah, no, Moose River is just in between Parsbro and 5 Island, just a little wee community there, just a few houses spread throughout. It's a great spot. You should come check it out for sure, Jim. Anyhow, thanks for calling me in, and back to that control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Chris. Now, is that on the same road going, so would you be going on the same road past Brad's QTA?
Negative, no. He's over the 2 Islands Road, and I'm on Highway number 2 that runs right from Parsbro, right up through 5 Islands, Economy, Bass River, and out through Masstown, out through that area is the highway that I'm on.
Roger, okay, yeah, I know where you're at now. Okay, very good, very good. So, good stuff. Okay, very good, Chris. Thanks very much for coming in there. Now that you say Moose River, it seems to me I've actually seen the sign there going on that highway. So, so there you go. Very good. Thanks, Chris, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's the second round of Nova Scotia. So what we're going to do now is go to our second round of New Brunswick. So stations from New Brunswick. That will then check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Second round, guys. So if you want to come in, this is your time. The E1JBL net control for the Maritime Fusion Net stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo, VE1 JPR.
Sierra Kilo, V9 OSK.
NA.
Victor Echo 9, Echo Lima Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, V9 TIN.
Okay, I got 5 stations that time. I'll tell you who I have here. I have VE1JPR, VE9OSK. I heard NA, so I'm going to say that's VE9NA, but that's all I heard was the NA. I got VE9ELA and VE9PIN. Who did I miss from the province of New Brunswick? This is the second round. Province of New Brunswick. Go ahead, please. Well, I guess I got everybody. So let's start out with Pat, VE1JPR in Moncton, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net.
Hope everybody is well, staying safe, and hopefully you get your winter tires on. Saw a nice cute little Facebook post of a pileup in some ditch on the highway, and it says the annual reunion of the Summer Tires Club. Kind of, it could be a reality in some places. Apparently, Fredericton area's got quite a bit. There's going to be up to 20 centimeters in Maine. So, winter is upon us, or it's going to be very shortly. We're going to hopefully get some winter lights put up here in the next couple of weeks and be ready to roll for Mr. Santa Claus. So, 7-3 to all, VE1 JPR.
Yeah, okay, very good, Pat. Good on everything and good on the reunion of the summer tires. Yeah, I can understand that for sure there. And, yeah, it was just overcast here today, Pat. So me and the wife went out and put all the Christmas lights up on the cabin here. So we got all that done here today. So let her go. Let her come now. Our winter tires are already on, so there you go. Okay, thanks for coming in and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into DF and see Oscar, VE9OSK, VE1JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. No traffic here. Just want to give you a mark for this late, and I missed the first call there, but I knew there was going to be a second one, so I just relaxed and waited for the second call there. 7-3 to all from Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo and DF, and using the Moncton repeater.
The VE9OSK, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Oscar. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Yeah, that's why we try to do the second round and more, if possible. Get everybody in there that wants to check in there. So good stuff. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. And I think this was Nelson, VE9NA. All I heard was the NA, but I think that was you, Nelson. VE9NA, VE1JBL. Come on in, Nelson, if that was you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to everyone on the net. Yes, it was me. I guess that we doubled me and Oscar, and we'll say good evening to Oscar at the same time, and everybody else that I heard. We've been in the woods here today and part of the week. Beautiful in the wood now, and there's no snow to be seen here along the coast. I guess there's a bit in Fredericton from what I heard on HF tonight. But anyway, there's none here. And it's just started to rain here. There's a 0.3 on the gauge. So just starting to rain. But anyway, Jim, thanks for doing the net and calling me in. And we've been listening for a while, and good net going here. So back to you, Jim. V1GBL from VE9NA.
The VE9NA, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Nelson. And, well, good to know. I figured up in Bucktush you'd have some snow by now, but must be just inland there, not on the coast there. So, very good. I got a feeling it's not too far behind, though, Nelson. So, sharpen up that shovel for sure. Anyways, thanks for coming in and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, VE9ELA, VE1JBL, and how's things up in Riverview now?
VE1JBL, VE9ELA. Well, good evening, Jim, and hi to all the gang on there. Yeah, not too bad. Riverview, it's sort of I'll call it a cold snow, almost rain type of thing right now, so it's cold out. Anyhow, that's the time of year. We got to expect that. Anyhow, other than that, all is well, and sounds like you got a good neck. Go on, see if we can break some more numbers there. That 50 number sounds pretty good if we can get there. Anyhow, Jim, you have a great night, and 7-3 to everybody on the net tonight, and we'll talk to you all again soon. See VE9 Echo Lima Alpha, Keith here, Riverview.
VE9ELA, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Keith. Good on everything there, and yeah, it is a cool night, that's for sure. So very good. Thanks very much for coming in there, and 7-3 for now. And let's go all the way up to Edmonton and see Bert, and maybe he can give us a snow report up there. I know Hal's down here in Moncton, and he's heading up to Quebec City tomorrow, Bert, for a German. Oh my goodness, what was it? A German. Something to do, a lot to do with food. Anyways, they're going to Quebec City, so maybe you can give us a weather report up there in Edmonton tonight. VE9 PIN, VE1 JBL.
Good evening, everyone. Snow started at about 6:45 this morning. We've got about 5 inches of snow on the ground and heavy snow, so it's kind of packed in there, but probably fell down 5 plus or less. They're not calling for anything tomorrow. It's foggy at the moment, and I guess towards Rivière-du-Loup it's going to be worse because that's where the snow factory is in Saint-Louis-du-Harras, Saint-Honoré. So I hope he gets a good trip up in Quebec City. Besides that, not much up here. We're starting the bringing back the people home if they had a little drink too much on Friday, Saturday. 10 nights till the 31st of December. So we're going to be quite busy with that and the mascot there. I take care of the mascot, so going to restaurants and clubs and other activities pertaining. Salutations to all. Have a pleasant evening. Good rest of the week, and get your shovel ready and everything. Snow room and winter tire is all done. I went to park the second mini at the I was about to see the cottage for winter. At the entrepot, the storage, here we go, the storage for winter, go-kart back to his snooze for winter. So have a good one. Back to you, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert. Did you say that you're the second mini, so you have 2 Mini Coopers? Go ahead.
No, I got a 1979 Classic Mini, and I've got a 2002 Mini Cooper. That's the one that goes into the winter sleep there around the 11th of November, but Natalie had went down with the third Mini Cooper, the Baseman all-wheel drive, all 4 Mini, so she had went down to Gaspé She got back Saturday night, so that's why we went to put it to storage only last night. So, yeah, got 3 Minis on the go and 178 rebuilding.
Well, very good, Bert. Very good. Yeah, I didn't realize you had 3, so very good. Okay, good and everything. Thanks very much. Say hi to Natalie for us, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, everybody, we've completed 2 rounds of the Maritime Fusion Net. So what we're going to do here now, it's actually almost 25 to 9 here. So what we're going to do right now is open up for anybody, anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes. I would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Stations from anywhere. I would like to check into the net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Bravo Tango Charlie.
Okay, I got Brendan in there, VE1 BTC. Any other stations? Stations from inside or outside the Maritimes, anywhere. I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Any stations from anywhere? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
Okay, we also got Edwin in there, so let's go with these two. VE1 VTC, VE1 JBL. Okay, go ahead, Brendan.
V1 JBL, V1 BTC. Well, very good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everybody else on frequency there. Not really too much going on here tonight, just kind of floating around, and, well, I don't really know if I'm floating or not, but I'm here. Yeah, we get like at 2.7 degrees, and Mother Nature doesn't know what she wants to do, whether she wants to rain or snow. Or, well, I don't know. There you go. Mother Nature's a little bit mixed up. Yeah, we're getting wood stove on Friday, so that'll be good. I just wondered, Jeff, what kind of wood stove you got? VE1 JBL, VE1 BTC, research, and all of that.
VE1 VTC, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Brendan. Some of that was broken up, Brendan. I'm not sure why. I know you're trying to get into the new repeater there, but just for your information there, you were quite broken up that time. So I'm not sure if it was just you had maybe booster power up or what there. Just come back and give me another transmission there, Brendan, and I don't know if you can boost the power on the radio or not, but try it one more time.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's it?
No, still broken up. Still broken up a little bit there. I got your 4 or 5. That was about it that I got there. So, anyways, just might be conditions or whatever. But, anyways, no problem at all. But we got just to that. We got you in here on the log there, Brendan. So, very good. Thanks very much for coming in. Greatly appreciate it there. And have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go down to VE1 EPD. And we'll see Edwin down in West Pubnico. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE1 EPD. Yeah, well, it's kind of rainy and windy here in the Pumney Coast. Just went down the wharf an hour ago and down to the plant. I went by the wharf and a lot of people around looking, but I guess nothing's going wrong, so all the boats are kind of loaded, so hey, some of them carrying around. And this week, kind of busy going down to Digby, and that's all over. Came back last night, and that's all done for this year. And then Monday, if the weather permits, they'll start down here. Well, give me something to do for a while. VE1 JBL, VE1 EPD.
Yeah, okay, very good, Edmund. Good on everything there, and hopefully everything will be good for you there, and enjoy yourself down there for sure there. So thanks very much for coming in, and yeah, everybody down south has been saying it's been raining all day there, so I guess you're in that mix there too. So there you go. Anyways, take care. Thanks very much for joining us on the net there, and I greatly appreciate it there. And 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're going to make this the last call because it's getting up to 20 to 9 here. So this is going to be the last call. Only one last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. So anybody wants to check in on last call, this is it. The one and only last call. This is VE1 JBL. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for November the 22nd. Last call. Go ahead.
85GNY, Kilowatt Delta 5 Golf, November Yankee. My name is Sean, and I'm in Midwest City, Oklahoma.
Well, there's a surprising station, but hi, Sean. Great to hear you in there. Come on in and give us a little transmission there from Oklahoma. K85 GNY from Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. The name here is Jim. We're located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, Canada. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, Jim? Yeah, it's been, I tuned in and found it kind of interesting. I've been researching some maritime mobile HF frequencies, trying to see if I can find some of the boats out there and, do some monitoring anyway to get mother loves. But I find that maritime mobile very interesting. I didn't know if it had anything to do with it or not. Back at you, K5 GNY.
K85 GNY from Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Yeah, okay, very good, Sean. No, it doesn't. Not as far as maritime mobile, no. Up here in Canada, the three provinces here on the east coast of Canada, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island, are all called the Maritime Provinces. That's where the name comes from, the Maritime Provinces, is Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. So this fusion system is hooked up, and the room is the CQ Maritimes room, and the three provinces are all hooked into together. So at any time you call in on this room, the CQ Maritimes room, you're talking to all three provinces, all three maritime provinces, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. Now, of course, we are all on the East Coast, and it all is on the Atlantic Coast there, so, of course, that's where the Maritimes come from. Maritime provinces come from because we're on the East Coast. Now, if you take in Newfoundland, if we took in Newfoundland, then we become the Atlantic provinces. But where it's just Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI, they call us the Maritime provinces. So that's where the net came from, Jean. So hopefully, you understand that. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sure do. Yeah, I still find it very interesting. When my dad was in the military, he spent a lot of time in that area. But, yeah, I just wanted to check in, say hello to everybody, and I'm kind of new to the Wires X and the Fusion, so I've just been kind of checking around, but I found this one pretty interesting.
Yeah, okay, very good, Sean. Well, we're on here every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Atlantic time, so that's, I'm not sure where you are in Oklahoma, if you're 3 hours behind or not, but anyways, it's quarter to nine here, local time here now, and we start at 7 p.m. local time here in the Maritimes here, so you can mark that in, and you can join us at any time. We're always looking for stations outside the Maritimes also. And more the merrier, that's for sure. So great to hear you. I think that's the first time I've heard a station from Oklahoma in on the net here tonight there. So I greatly appreciate it, Sean. Go ahead.
Sure, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm in mid-suburb of Oklahoma City. And, I'll check in. I'll definitely get it written in and check in as often as I can. So back to the net there. KG5 GN1 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Sean. Yeah, any other locals down there that might be interested in that, you can let them know too. And more the merrier on here for sure there. So very good. Take care and all the best from Nova Scotia here. So 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, everybody, we're going to close the net here at 8:45 p.m. And we had, let me add this up here. Well, we didn't quite make 50, but we ended up with 47. So that's a really good net here. And again, with winter coming in and everybody staying home now, the net should pick up here for the winter. So 47 is a good total for the night. And, of course, first thing we want to do is thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. And we also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton and Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca or www.maarc.info and click on Club Activities /nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Dignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Signing off. Good night, everybody. Thanks very much for the 47 check-ins tonight. Great net, and hopefully we'll hear you all next week. And actually, I'll be doing the net again next week because we got 5 Wednesdays this month, and I always take the second one so that they everybody stays in order each month there. So with 5 nets, I'll be the net controller again next week. 7-3 all. Have a great night.